morning to all. Now we discuss about the haloalkanes and haloarenes lesson. So first of all, we discuss about the importance of this lesson. So this is the first lesson of organic chemistry in second PU syllabus. Suppose if you learn this lesson perfectly, the remaining other organic lessons are very easy to understand. So not only regular syllabus, competitive track, NEET or JEE and other competitive track is also very important this lesson. So firstly, we discuss about the what type of topics are there in this lesson. Now we discuss. So firstly, classification of haloalkanes. So in this topic, we discuss definition and types of haloalkanes. So after that, we will go to the nomenclature. Nomenclature already we learn in first BSc. That same rules we are apply here also. So after that, we will go to the nature of C bond X bond. Each and every haloalkane molecule having C bond X bond. So that nature we discussed in this topic. So next we will go to the preparation methods of haloalkanes. What type of chemicals are used for the preparation of haloalkanes? We learn in this topic. So next we will go to the chemical properties of haloalkanes. So chemical properties. So what type of products we are produced from haloalkanes? We learn in this topic. So next we will go to the very important topic, optical activity. This is one type of isomerism topic. Already we learned first BSc isomerism, like structural isomerism, positional isomerism, functional group isomerism. So like that only here we learn optical isomerism. So not only regular syllabus, it is also important for competitive track. So very important. We discussed these properties in optical activity topic. So next, very important, SN1 and SN2 mechanism. So not only regular syllabus, even in other competitive tracks also, this topic is very important. Particularly in both point of view, out of SN1 and SN2 mechanism, one mechanism we should expect in annual paper. So that much importance is there for SN1 and SN2 mechanisms. So after that, we will go to the elimination reactions. So next, we will go to haloarene classifications and preparation methods. So next, electrophilic substitution reactions of haloarene topic. So this is also we learn in first BSc. Halogenation, nitration, sulfonation, Friedel-Crafts alkylation, Friedel-Crafts acylation, same topic will be repeated in this case also. Finally, we discuss uses and effects. Now, we discuss about the haloalkane definition. So, definition. Haloalkanes are the derivatives of aliphatic hydrocarbons in which one or more hydrogen atoms are replaced by halogen atoms. This is the definition. In this definition, aliphatic hydrocarbons means alkane, alkene and alkynes. but here we are considered alkanes. So according to definition, if you want haloalkane, first we can take any one of the alkane molecule. For example, CH3 bond CH3. This is one alkane molecule. Suppose if you want converted to haloalkane, what to do? So we can remove one or more hydrogens from ethane. That places are occupied by halogen atom. So for example, one hydrogen atom is replaced by one bromine atom. Then we can get CH3 bond CH2 bond Br. Bromo ethane compound we can get. So not only ethane, you take any one of the alkane molecule. In that molecule, we can hydrogens are replaced by halogens. We can get the haloalkane. Once again, definition: haloalkanes are the derivatives of aliphatic hydrocarbons in which one or more hydrogen atoms are replaced by halogen atoms. So this is the definition of haloalkane. So classification is the first one. So monohaloalkane. So by that name only we can get some information. Mono means only one. Halogen. No, only one halogen containing alkane. Nothing but monohaloalkane. Definition. Now we discuss the definition. Alkane in which only one hydrogen atom is replaced by only one halogen atom, then we can get monohaloalkane. So haloalkane definition, monohaloalkane definition, little bit difference is there. In haloalkane, one or more hydrogen atoms are replaced. But in monohaloalkane, particularly only one hydrogen atom only we can remove. That is only difference. So these monohaloalkanes generally considered as a haloalkanes. The general formula of monohaloalkanes is CnH2n plus 1 X. X is the halogen atom. So again, these monohaloalkanes are classified into different types. First one, primary monohaloalkane. Definition: monohaloalkane in which halogen atom is directly attached to primary carbon, that is called primary monohaloalkane. So firstly we discuss what is primary carbon, what is secondary carbon, what is tertiary carbon. So already informed in that PPT paper, in that box item, separately box item is there. So which carbon atom is bonded to only one other carbon atom, that carbon is taken as primary carbon. Once again, which carbon is bonded to only one other carbon atom or alkyl group, that carbon is taken as primary carbon. Next, secondary carbon means which carbon is bonded to other two carbon atoms, then that carbon is considered as a secondary carbon. Secondary carbon. So in this case, secondary carbon means it is attached to two other carbon atoms. Tertiary carbon means which carbon bonded to other three carbon atoms or three alkyl groups, that carbon is considered as a tertiary carbon. So suppose if you understand properly primary, primary carbon, secondary carbon, tertiary carbon. These three classifications are very easy to understand. So primary monohaloalkane means, once again definition, monohaloalkane in which halogen atom directly attached to primary carbon. Primary carbon means that carbon attached to only one other carbon. For example, CH3 bond CH2 bond Br. So here bromine directly attached to one carbon, that is the primary carbon, because that carbon is bonded to only one other carbon atom. That's why that is primary monohaloalkane. So the general formula of primary monohaloalkane is R bond CH2 bond X. R is the alkyl group. X is directly attached to primary carbon. How to decide primary carbon? That carbon is directly attached to one alkyl group. That means one carbon atom. So this is the primary monohaloalkane. Next we will go to the secondary monohaloalkane. In the case of secondary carbon, what is the meaning of secondary carbon? Which carbon bonded to other two carbon atom, that carbon is taken as secondary carbon. Okay, definition. So monohaloalkane in which halogen atom directly attached to secondary carbon, that type of haloalkanes are called secondary monohaloalkanes. So for example, CH3 bond CH2 bond CH3. This is the propane molecule. If you want convert it to secondary monohaloalkane, what to do? So first, second carbon having two hydrogens, you remove one hydrogen, that place is occupied by one bromine atom. Then we can get the secondary monohaloalkane. So monohaloalkane means that molecule should contain only one halogen atom. Secondary means bromine atom is attached to carbon having other two carbon atoms only. That's why that is the secondary carbon. So that name is 2-bromo-propane. 2-bromo-propane. So this is the secondary carbon containing monohaloalkane. The general formula of secondary monohaloalkane is R bond CH bond R bond X. Once again, R bond CH bond R bond X. X is the halogen atom, R is the alkyl group. Alkyl group. So simple, monohaloalkane means that molecule having only one halogen atom, that is monohaloalkane. In that monohaloalkane, primary, secondary, tertiary, that is decided by halogen attached carbon. If it is primary carbon, that is primary monohaloalkane. If halogen attached carbon is secondary carbon, that is belongs to secondary monohaloalkane. If halogen attached carbon is tertiary carbon, that is tertiary monohaloalkane. Okay. Next, we will go to the tertiary monohaloalkane. So, monohaloalkane in which halogen atom directly attached to tertiary carbon, that is called tertiary monohaloalkane. So tertiary carbon means which carbon is attached to three other carbon atoms or alkyl groups. That carbon is called tertiary carbon. According to definition, in which haloalkanes halogen atom directly attached to tertiary carbon, that is belongs to tertiary monohaloalkane. So primary monohaloalkane, halogen atom directly attached to primary carbon. In secondary, halogen atom directly attached to secondary carbon. In tertiary, halogen atom directly attached to tertiary carbon. So tertiary carbon means which carbon directly attached to three other carbon atoms. That carbon is taken as tertiary carbon. Suppose if you understand primary, secondary, tertiary carbon, very easy to understand these three definitions. Okay, this is the classification of monohaloalkanes. Next we will go to the dihaloalkane. So from that name only we can get some idea. Di means two, halo means halogen atoms. So definition, alkane in which two hydrogen atoms are replaced by two halogen atoms, then we can get the dihaloalkane. For example, ethane molecule, CH3 bond CH3. In these two carbon atoms, you remove two hydrogens. In the removal process, two methods are there. Two hydrogen atoms we can remove from one carbon only. Otherwise, two hydrogen atoms are removed from adjacent to two carbon atoms. Whatever may be that one, we can get the dihaloalkane. For example, CH3 bond CH3. We can remove the two hydrogens from first carbon. Two bromine atoms are substituted. Then we can get the CH3 bond CH bond Br. What is that name? 1,1 dibromo ethane. So based on this removal process, these dihaloalkanes are again classified into two types. First one, geminal dihaloalkane. Next, vicinal dihaloalkane. First we discuss geminal dihaloalkane. Dihaloalkane in which two halogen atoms are attached to single carbon. Otherwise, two hydrogen atoms are removed from single carbon. That type of dihaloalkane is called geminal dihaloalkane. It is also called as gem dihalides. Simply they are called gem. Gem means, what is the meaning? Two hydrogen atoms are removed from single carbon only. That is the meaning. So for example, CH3 bond CH3. This is one alkane. It is converted to geminal dihalide. What to do? We can remove two hydrogen from single carbon. Any one of the carbon. So two hydrogens must and should we remove one carbon only. So then we can get CH3 bond CH bond Br 1,1 dibromo ethane. So in this case, very important point, the common name of geminal dihalide. That common name is alkylidene halide. Alkylidene halide. For example, CH3 bond CH bond Br. What is the common name? So ethylidene bromide. Alkylidene halide. In this pronunciation, first we are taking the alk. Alk is always represent the root word. So in that given compound, two carbon atoms are there. That's why we can use the eth pronunciation, ethylidene halide. That means bromide. This common name is important. So next one, vicinal dihalide. So vicinal dihalides means this is also dihaloalkane, in which two hydrogen atoms are removed from the two adjacent carbon atoms. So for example, CH3 bond CH3. If you want to convert to vicinal dihaloalkane, what to do? According to definition, we remove one hydrogen from first carbon. Second hydrogen we will remove from second carbon. That positions are occupied by bromine atoms. Then what we can get? CH2 bond Br bond CH2 bond Br. Then we can get 1,2 dibromoethane. So this is the vicinal dihaloalkane. So dihaloalkanes classification: geminal dihaloalkane, vicinal dihaloalkane. Next we will go to the trihaloalkane. So by using that heading, we can get some idea. Tri means three, halo means halogens. Three halogens are present in alkane. Now we discuss definition. Alkane in which three hydrogen atoms are replaced by three halogen atoms. Then we can get the trihaloalkane. For example, suppose if we take methane CH4. So carbon having 4 hydrogen atoms. Suppose if you want converted to trihaloalkane, what to do? 3 hydrogen atoms are replaced by halogen atoms. Then what we can get? CHCl3. So this is the trihaloalkane compound. So once again definition: the alkane in which 3 hydrogen atoms are replaced by 3 halogen atoms, then we can get trihaloalkane. For example, CHCl3, that is called chloroform. So chloroform is the commercial name, that IUPAC name. So 1,1,1 trichloromethane. So this is the trihaloalkane. So firstly we discuss monohaloalkane. What is the meaning? One hydrogen atom replaced by one halogen atom. Dihaloalkane. What is the meaning? Two hydrogen atoms are replaced by two halogen atoms. Like that, trihaloalkane. So 3 hydrogen atoms are replaced by 3 halogen atoms. Then we can get the trihaloalkane. Suppose if you remove more than 3 hydrogen atoms, then we can get the polyhaloalkanes. So up to this one, haloalkanes classification. So in trihaloalkanes, there is no further classification. So in polyhaloalkanes, there is no further classification according to syllabus. So polyhaloalkane example. Suppose if we take CH4 methane. In methane, 4 hydrogen atoms are there. If you remove 4 hydrogen atoms by chlorine atoms, then what we can get? CCl4, carbon tetrachloride. IUPAC name 1,1,1 tetrachloromethane. This up to this one, haloalkane classification. Now we will go to the haloarenes. So first we discuss definition. Haloarenes are the derivatives of aromatic hydrocarbons in which one or more hydrogen atoms are replaced by halogen atoms. So in this definition, aromatic hydrocarbon means, so well-known example, already we learned in first BSc organic chemistry. That example is benzene. So benzene molecular formula C6H6. So in that benzene, so each carbon having one hydrogen, that means CH, 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 like that. Alternate double bonds are there. That is the benzene. In this benzene molecular formula, suppose if you remove one hydrogen, that is replaced by one bromine atom, then we can get haloarine molecule. That is bromobenzene or chlorobenzene or iodobenzene. Like that we can get that compound. So haloarenes means, once again that definition. So haloarenes are the derivatives of the aromatic hydrocarbon like benzene, in which one or more hydrogen atoms are replaced by halogen atoms. Then we can get haloarenes. In this classification, so first classification is monohaloarenes. By that name only we can get some idea. Mono means one, halo means one halogen. Monohaloarenes. Arene is nothing but benzene. Benzene. Arene is nothing but benzene. That means on that benzene ring, only one halogen atom, if it is present, that is belongs to monohaloarenes. Monohaloarenes. So bromobenzene, chlorobenzene, iodobenzene. So these are the example for monohaloarenes. So next we will go to dihaloarene. Definition: aromatic hydrocarbon in which two hydrogen atoms are replaced by two halogen atoms. So then we can get dihaloarenes. So suppose for example, if you take benzene, on that benzene 6 carbon atoms are there, 6 hydrogen atoms also there. You remove 2 hydrogens from any 2 carbon atoms. Any 2 carbon atoms. For example, first carbon, from that first carbon we can remove hydrogen, it was replaced by one bromine atom. Third carbon hydrogen is replaced by another bromine atom. Then we can get 1,3 dibromobenzene. Dibromobenzene. So dihaloarenes means, di means 2, halo means halogen, should be present on arene, that means benzene ring. According to definition, aromatic hydrocarbon in which 2 hydrogen atoms are replaced by 2 halogen atoms are called dihaloarenes. So next we will go to the trihaloarenes. Same principle we can apply here also. So according to definition, so 3 hydrogen atoms are replaced by 3 halogen atoms. 3 halogen atoms. For example, take benzene ring. First carbon hydrogen, second carbon hydrogen, third carbon hydrogens are replaced by 3 bromine atoms. Then we can get 1, 2, 3 tribromobenzene. According to definition, aromatic hydrocarbon in which 3 hydrogen atoms are replaced by 3 halogen atoms, then we can get the trihaloarenes. So monohaloarene, dihaloarene, trihaloarene, these are the classification of haloarenes. So next classification based on hybridization. So already we learned first BSc. So hybridization, different types of hybridizations are there. sp, sp2, sp3, sp3d, sp3d2, these are the different types of hybridization. So before going to the definitions, just we discuss about the how to identify sp3 carbon, sp2 carbon, sp carbon. So sp3 carbon means which carbon having 4 single bonds, That carbon is the sp3 hybridized carbon. Next, sp2 hybridized carbon means which carbon having one double bond, two single bonds. That carbon is sp2 carbon. Sp carbon, which carbon having one triple bond, one single bond, that carbon is the sp carbon. So once again, sp3 carbon means all bonds are single bonds. sp2 carbon means one double bond, two single bonds. sp3 carbon means one triple bond, one single bond, sp carbon. Now we will go to the first important definition. So these are very, very important for competitive track also. First one, allylic halide. Allylic halide. Definition. If halogen atom is directly bonded to sp3 carbon and that sp3 carbon again bonded to sp2 carbon, that is called allylic halide. For example, CH2 double bond CH bond CH2 bond X. X is the halogen atom. In this example, halogen atom directly attached to sp3 carbon, that means CH2. That CH2 group is again bonded to sp2 carbon, that is CH carbon. So according to definition, halogen atom directly attached to sp3 carbon, that means all bonds are single bonded carbon. That sp3 carbon again bonded to sp2 carbon, that means double bonded carbon. Double bonded carbon. So example, CH2 double bond CH bond CH2 bond Br, that is allylic bromide. Allylic bromide. This allylic term we are used in common system, not IUPAC system. So next definition, benzylic halide. So definition, if halogen atom directly attached to sp3 carbon, that sp3 carbon directly attached to benzene ring, aromatic ring, that is called benzylic halide. For example, benzene ring bond CH2 bond Br. In this example, bromine is directly attached to sp3 carbon. sp3 carbon means all bonds are single bonds. That sp3 carbon is directly attached to benzene ring. That's why this is example for benzylic halide. So next, finally, vinylic halide. Vinyl halide or vinylic halide, benzyl halide or benzylic halide, allyl halide or allylic halide, all are same. So vinylic halide, halogen atom directly attached to sp2 carbon. For example, CH2 double bond CH bond Cl. In this example, chlorine atom is directly attached to sp2 carbon. That's why this is vinylic chloride or vinyl chloride. So this is the classification based on hybridization. So first one, allylic halide, next one benzylic halide, next one vinylic halide. These three definitions very important for competitive track also. Just now we discussed classification of haloalkanes, next classification of haloarenes, next classification based on hybridization. Up to this one, classification part is completed. Next we will go to the nomenclature of haloalkanes. So in this nomenclature, common name is also there, IUPAC name is also there. For example, suppose if we take CH3Cl, This is the formula, molecular formula. For this molecule, common name is also there, IUPAC name is also there. In common system, we can follow alkyl halide pronunciation. In this pronunciation, alk always represent root word. Root word means number of carbon atoms in given molecular formula. Next, IUPAC name. For IUPAC name, we can use haloalkane. Lesson name is the IUPAC name. Halo means halogen atom name. Alkane. In this alkane pronunciation, also all pronunciation is there. Alk means always root word, that is number of carbon atom. So not only here, throughout organic chemistry, wherever we can get alk pronunciation, so we can use root word. Okay, CH3Cl. Common system is alkyl halide. First we can pronounce the alkyl. That means one carbon is there in CH3Cl. That's why we can use methyl chloride. Methyl chloride. For the same molecule, IUPAC name is, so one carbon, first haloalkane. First we can pronounce the halogen. That means chloro, methane, haloalkane. That means all, methane, chloromethane. Second example, suppose if we take CH3 bond CH2 bond Br. Common name is alkyl. First we can pronounce. That means ethyl bromide. Next IUPAC name. First we can pronounce halo. That means bromo ethane. Bromoethane. Suppose if we take CH3 CH2 CH2 Br. Common name. In this common system, propyl bromide. Next IUPAC system, bromo propane, bromopropane. Suppose next example, CH3 bond CH bond CH3 bond Cl. In common system, two methyl groups are attached to single carbon, that is taken as iso pronunciation. So that's why iso. Total number of carbons 3. Propyl chloride, isopropyl chloride. That is the common name for this molecule. So IUPAC name. IUPAC name, we can follow the IUPAC rules. First we select the long chain. Then number. We should put the numbers. Chlorine attached carbon having second priority. That means the second number. So 2-chloro-propane. 2-chloro-propane. That is the IUPAC name of this compound. Like that, we can write the IUPAC names. So these, in the case of IUPAC name, we can follow the IUPAC rules. These are we learn in first BSc. Same rules here also we can apply. We can write the IUPAC names. So next, so common name IUPAC name. Suppose if we take any one of the molecule, that molecule should having IUPAC name. May or may not be having common name, because common names are derived by the source of the substance, property of the substance. But each and every organic molecule having IUPAC name. That IUPAC names depends upon the IUPAC rules. That all types of rules we can use here also. Okay, thank you.